Ever heard of Kindle Direct Publishing or KDP? Well, if you haven't, then you'd better check it out because this is another huge opportunity you can use to make some passive income online. In this video, we're going to be walking you through the process of how you could be making over $100 a day passively through Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform by creating and selling medium content books. Making some passive income online is very lucrative nowadays given that people spend a lot of their time online and do a lot of their shopping online. This creates a big market opportunity that we can take advantage of, and this will help us reach our long-term financial goals. Whether you're looking to create passive income as a means to supplement your main income source or you're in the process of developing multiple passive income streams, KDP is an absolutely great place to start, especially since you don't need to shell out any money or investment to get started. But before that, please click that like button and subscribe to our channel Asher at Home and turn notifications on to stay up to date with our new video uploads discussing numerous methods to make money online. At Asher at Home, we look for only the best and proven money-making methods to share with you guys, and we'd appreciate you sharing the love. If ever you have any questions, we'll be glad to help. Just leave your question down in the comment section down below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Alright, now let's get started. So the first thing we need to talk about is what exactly are medium content books. Common examples would be things like coloring books, workbooks, and activity books. These medium content books are basically books that have more content when compared to low content books like diaries and journals. So do pay close attention to the rest of the video because we're going to be doing this step by step and you don't want to get lost if you miss out on important details. Alright, so when we're starting on our medium content book, we're going to use bookbolt.io, which is one of the best tools out there to help with finding out current trends in KDP. If you want to find more details or information regarding different ways you can use BookBolt to scale your KDP business, there are plenty of tutorials available online, but for the sake of our discussion, I'll be going through my process. Our very first step on BookBolt is to go to the research tab here. The reason we're doing so is that we want to do is find out what to do as well as find out the important keywords we must be using for our medium content book. After heading on to research, we're going to go to search products and type in here a given theme that we want to use for our medium content book. For example, let's say we're interested in Valentine's Day for our theme, so we'll type that in the search box right here. The website will then produce search results, and based on this, we can find out what themes were doing well for Valentine's Day. On top of that, BookBolt also provides us with the keyword count, which we'll be talking about more later on in this video. If you browse through these books, you'll find out information such as when they were published and how many copies have already sold and at what price. Though this doesn't take into consideration the fees linked to Amazon KDP, it does provide us with important information that gives us an idea of what kinds of books are actually selling and for how much. You might be surprised that some books makes hundreds of sales in just a couple of days, especially when the theme is linked to an upcoming event. For example, these Valentine's Day books tend to sell more during the month of January leading up to February. In the same way, Halloween and Christmas themed books would also be selling well when these events are approaching. So a quick tip, if you want to make sales fast, is to be aware of the major calendar events happening in order to capitalize on that window of opportunity. Anyways, going back to our example, let's say I'm interested in making a book similar to this one, a Valentine's Day word search book. I'll just take a quick glance at what they did with the book and see if we can use it as an inspiration for our own book. Now, it's important to not just copy someone else's book and claim it as our own or we'll get in trouble. So what we want to do is to make our own unique version that is similar to this one here. So to do that, we're just going to click on create a new project and I'm going to walk you through the creative process on BookBolt Studio. One of the first things you'll see is these red markings which we need to be taking off. Now these red markings are basically guidelines that tell us where to put our designs or the position of certain labels. But to make our designs nice and neat, we want to remove them. For the designing part, there are no strict rules that you absolutely need to follow since you can do just about anything you want to do for your own books. However, I'll be trying to give you some tips that you can use if you're a bit lost and don't know what to do. So what I typically do is look for a nice background we can use on our cover page. I'll look around for graphics like an image maybe or some texture that's related to Valentine's Day and resize the image so that it takes up the whole cover. You can check out sites like Creative Fabrica when looking for these graphics. BookBolt also has its own graphics that you can use and add on top if you want to. You also want to be adding the text or the title of your book on the front cover. Now your design is really up to your taste and you just want to edit it to the point you're satisfied with the overall aesthetic or look of your cover so that it appeals to your potential customers. An alternative process you can use is to go on Canva and check out different text types that give off the romantic Valentine's Day feel. You can mix and match with different fonts and stylized text and probably even add a little bit of decor like a small heart or two. Don't forget to include the name of the theme and the type of book on the cover. So in this case, the cover must include Valentine's Day and word search. Once you're content with the design you've made on Canva, you can simply transfer the design to BookBolt. Of course, those are just some examples of tools and sites you can use to design your book. There are plenty more available online for you to use, and you can feel free to check out different websites for your graphics and design needs. One thing to note, however, is that the likes of Creative Fabrica and Canva do require a subscription in order for you to use them. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem because again, BookBolt does have free graphics for you to choose from. As an example, you can go to Creative Fabrica and filter for KDP interiors to see tons of KDP interiors that you can actually use and sell on Amazon KDP. Make sure though to read through all the terms written in the licenses to make sure that the KDP is allowed for commercial use. So, if you do end up purchasing one of these KDP interiors, you can then upload them into BookBolt Creative Studio. Then, you can spice up the look of your book by using graphics images also from Creative Fabrica or other similar websites to add some color to the interior pages of your book. You can change multiple elements such as the positioning of the graphics and the opacity to make everything fit together nicely. I think that the design elements are very important because they can be what sets you apart from the rest of the other books out there. So we're done with the design of both the cover page and our interior pages. The next step then is to go to download these files here. You want to download the current project as either CMYK or RGB, and what that's gonna do is to give you a PDF file which we can upload into Amazon KDP. But before we can upload it into Amazon KDP, we have to have an account first, and I'll be walking you through that process as well. So you go to kdp.amazon.com and click on sign up. You'll then fill up all the necessary details like your name, email, and password, and then click create your KDP account. Once you're logged in, you can click on the create button and then look for create paperback and click it. Now comes one of the most important parts of making your KDP Medium content book. You need to have a great title. One that will get people to find your book and purchase it. To do this, we're going to go back to BookBolt and search for word search to get some keywords to use for your book title. After your title, all you have to do is to fill up the rest of the required information like the author's name, which is your name, description, and where we can use the Valentine's Day keywords we found earlier. As for category, we can also check BookBolt which would be the best category for the type of book that we would be making. In this case, it would probably fall under the juvenile nonfiction, activity books category, or juvenile fiction, activity books category. BookBolt allows the use of up to 2 categories, and these 2 are the best for us to use based on relevance. Once that's done, we're going to select the size of the book and also upload the PDF files for the cover pages and interior pages we designed earlier. Finally, we just click on save and continue. If everything goes well, Amazon will inform you if the quality of your book is good and is accepted, or if you may still need to make some additional edits or changes to further improve quality. There you have it. That ends today's video where we showed you how you can earn $100 per day without an investment using KDP Medium content books. If you like what you've seen, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel as you're at home, and turn notifications on if you want to see other online money-making strategies just like this one. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again in the next video.